My number is 577-7000 or 1-800-765-KTTS. We're going to go real quick. We have someone else on line there. On line 2, we have Jim. And we're going to go real quick, Jim, before we're on a hard break. But go ahead, and what's your thoughts?
Yes. I guess I'm on there now.
Yes, you're on the air now. Go ahead.
Okay. I had a couple of questions on the abortion deal.
Okay.
Just wondering, all those people saying, oh, yeah, you should have an abortion for this, you should have an abortion for that. Well, I wonder how many of them would have wished that their folks would have aborted them. Or how many of them can look at their oldest child and say, hey, I should have stopped at 3 or 4 and not had this other one. Should have had that one aborted. You know, instead of leaving it up to God, they're just putting it in their own hands and saying, hey, let's abort this child before it's born. It's not a child. Well, it is. I had a granddaughter that carried a child for 9 months and knew that it wasn't going to live when she had it. But she left it in God's hands, and it lived for a couple of hours after it was born.
Oh, wow.
So, you know, when they speak out about, well, we should have abortions for this and for that, then look at their own self in the mirror and see if they wish that had been aborted.
It's a big question. It's a big thing to think on, and thank you very much, Jim, for bringing that up. We appreciate your call.
Okay, thanks.
Thank you much.
Bye-bye.
All right, and that's something to think about on this Sunday. Some different thoughts, different issues. We're going to take a real quick break right now. Going to leave the lines open to you. If you have a new topic you want to talk about, if there's something else on your mind, we'll go ahead and address that. This is not me trying to monopolize an issue or a conversation. It's up to you guys, because that's what the show is all about, is your thoughts and your ideas. That's right, we are back. I couldn't resist playing this song. Do you love the Rocky movies, Laura Beck?
Well, I was forced to watch them when I was a small child. I do love the song. It could get you started.
It really does. Like I sometimes when I'm feeling low, I'll crank this and listen to it. And of course, I felt it was appropriate when we're down to.
I played it in Pep Band, so I can totally understand how fabulous this
Wow,
song is.
The Mansfield Pep Band.
Mansfield Pep Band, that's right. Yeah, middle school. I think I was in freshman year. I don't know. I was forced to be in Pep Band, too.
Yeah.
I was forced to do a lot of stuff when I was younger. What happened?
Wait, well, what instrument did you play?
I played the clarinet, and I rocked it, I must say.
Wow. I only wish we had the clarinet now.
I know. I wish I would have brought my clarinet in. I could have played along with this.
We could have had you play this. And I don't know if you guys have ever seen this video. These are some of the most girly-looking guys.
The hair's quite fabulous.
All right, he's starting to sing, so that's not as much fun. Unless
he looks like David Bowie.
He looks girlier than David Bowie.
With the blondish orange hair.
He looks like a woman.
I wish my hair is that long.
And that wavy. All right, anyway. I just wanted to play that for funsies. But yeah, speaking of Mansfield, wanted to give a quick shout-out to some folks out there, and that would be the Aurora Elementary 5th grade at Robertson. I want to say thank you to those guys. Got to go on a field trip with them. We went to College of the Ozarks, got to look at the Tractor Museum, the Ralph Foster Museum. We got to tour the dairy barn all together. We had a lot of fun. So big shout-out to all of the 5th grade at Robertson Elementary in Aurora, and particularly all those in Miss Larson's class. We had a blast. So thank you guys for allowing me to go on that field trip. We had a good time. And yeah, that's to you. Let's get back to the phones now that we are on the final countdown. One issue. We talked about this. I teased it a little bit. I'm going to address it right now. All right. Stimulus money. Obviously, that's like stimulus. And you hear this all the time. It's used in commercials. This is the big buzzword. Everyone's waiting for their stimulus check. It's going to be coming. It's going to be big. Well, the Social Security Office sent out around 10,000 millions of dollars worth of stimulus checks to people who were dead. Completely dead. And they sent out 52 million checks. This is insane. This is insane, but these people, and here's what gets crazier, okay? On top of this, they said, Social Security officials say, okay, we were in a rush, we were trying to meet a deadline, but 10,000? 10,000? That's crazy. Okay, but here's the kicker, in case you're wondering, and at least I consider it a kicker, and I might just be ranting and raving, which I've done in the past. But we have one man, and he was talking about, he opened up a letter, it was addressed to his dad. Now, his dad had died in Italy 34 years ago. His dad apparently had been a U.S. citizen when he left for Italy in 1933, but he only returned to the United States for a 7-month visit in 1969. And here's what the strange thing is. Although he was a U.S. citizen, he was never even a part of the Social Security system. So how did this man even get a check in the first place? I mean, they may have not have known about his death, which is what they claimed, that they had no record of the death, so they sent out these checks, but he wasn't even a part of the Social Security system. So, okay, let's take this and let's apply it. If this guy gets it, he's been dead for over 30 years, and he gets a check, not even a part of the Social Security system, then it is quite possible, and we could entertain the notion, and I'll let you guys do that more than me, because you guys are probably a lot smarter. How many people who aren't still not a part of the Social Security system that are alive also got a check? I don't know. We can have fun with conspiracy theories today and tomorrow. Let's go real quick. Don't mean to cut you off. Jim, I think on line 2. Yep, let's go to Jim. Jim, you're on Cracker Barrel. What's on your mind?
Well, I heard you talking a little bit about abortion, and the president's going to talk here at Notre Dame today.
Mm-hmm.
They're making a big deal out about the abortion deal.
Mm-hmm.
He's trying to, if you have good birth control, which the Catholic Church used to not, didn't want to have,
mm-hmm.
you wouldn't have so many abortions. So,
Yeah.
So, I think education, and people don't like this idea of telling the kids in school about sex and this and that.
Right.
But, education might eliminate some of this abortion business. I mean,
what? Real quick, because we're on real close to the end.
Okay.
No. I'm not asking you to go. I'm just gonna, because I see where you're going with this. What age do we start?
Yeah, I don't know. And as a parent, when do you tell your kids about the birds and the bees?
I think it's when I went to my parents and told them, Mom, where do I come from?
Yeah.
Then it kind of happened.
Yeah, but it's kind of it's awkward for parents sometimes to talk to their kids about this type of thing.
Oh, I have no doubt it's awkward, but it is necessary.
Yeah, well, that's like the ladies up there in Alaska. Her daughter, they said, well, abstinence, well, abstinence okay, but it didn't work too good for Adam and Eve either, did it?
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay.
Well, that's good points. Thank you very much for calling, sir. We appreciate it.